Thank you so much. The director of the Montgomery County Board of Elections, Steve Harsman, joins us live this morning. We're so appreciative of you being here. And as you were mentioning, kind of as we were getting ready for this interview, you're kind of under a microscope because this is when it really kicks in. It used to be Election Day was the day. Now with early voting starting tomorrow, as we saw there on the graphic, Steve, you've got to be really working hard right now.
Correct. Our staff has been working very hard, and Election Day, as you said, used to be one day. Now it's 35 days of Election Day, so we're prepared.
Okay, let's talk about early voting. What are you expecting in terms of turnout?
Well, we're expecting something very similar to the 2008 presidential election. We had over 80,000 people vote early, either by absentee or in person, and we're prepared for that again this year.
What do people need to know if they want the early voting? Because we know you extend your hours. Give us a little overview, if you would, please.
Well, as you mentioned, early voting starts tomorrow, September 28th. We have extended hours starting from day one from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Board of Elections office. And then the last 2 weeks, we're going from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday and Sundays. We want to make it convenient if voters choose to vote in person. And we also send out an application to all the voters in Montgomery County if they want to choose to vote absentee. We encourage voters to fill that out, send that back, and we'll send a ballot to their house where they can vote their ballot at the convenience of their home.
Let's talk about what that tells us about turnout. Because boy, oh boy, haven't we been talking about a lot of political, that back and forth with the Tea Party. You've got President Obama out on the campaign trail really pushing the fact he needs support from Congress. A lot of attention on this midterm election. What are you expecting right here in Montgomery County in terms of turnout? We're
expecting a higher than normal turnout for a gubernatorial election, but the dynamics of elections are changing. More and more people are voting early compared to waiting to Election Day. So it's really changed the strategy of campaigns, and it's changed our preparation for each election because, again, instead of one day, it's Election Day for 35 days.
Okay, voter registration, the deadline is a week from today. What do people need to do?
If they're not sure if they're registered, they can always call the Board of Elections at 225-5656 or access our website at www.mcboe.org. to verify if they're registered or not. If they are not registered, they just need to fill out a registration and get that to us prior to October 4th.
Do they need a hand-delivered at this point? Would you suggest forget the mail right now and get it down to the office?
I think they still have time to go through that process. It just needs to be postmarked. We need to receive it up to 5 days after the election, and we'll process it. But better safe than sorry. If they have the opportunity to drop it off in person, I would recommend that as well.
All right, Steve's going to stick around for the next half hour. We got some more questions. Hopefully we can help you. We're on your side with all of our election coverage. Now back to Dan.